Hello everyone, welcome back to Into Sports. I'm your host Evan. Today I'm joined by Jake, the guy I bring on when I'm looking to build my confidence and win a quick and easy NBA debate. Today we're talking about Giannis, the Greek Freak, because he dropped 50 points in a Game 6 title-clinching victory against the Phoenix Suns. But Jake, does this make him the best player in the NBA?
Absolutely it does, Evan. Giannis coming off an outstanding final performance, dropped 40 twice, and a 50 ball last night in the closeout game, shot excellent from the free throw line. Giannis has proven himself, and he is the best player in the league. At 26 years old, Evan, Giannis has the resume of the second best power forward of all time. 2 MVPs, a Defensive Player of the Year, multiple All-NBA first teams, multiple All-Defensive first teams, a Most Improved Player, and most importantly, a championship and a final MVP. Giannis is dominant. It's plain and simple. And he's the most durable superstar we have in the game. He rarely gets injured, and when he does, he returns, bounces back, and plays at a superstar level on the stage where superstars are made. So absolutely, Giannis is the best player in the league.
Jake, once again, you have become a prisoner of the moment. You can't make up your mind about who's the best player in the NBA. In the regular season, it was LeBron, then it was Luka after round 1, then it was Kevin Durant after round 2, and now it's Giannis. Jake, I need to remind you, the last thing we see doesn't always have to be the best thing we've ever seen. Because Jake, you have forgotten about the second round when Kevin Durant, the best player on the planet, faced off against Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Kevin Durant was unequivocally, undeniably the best player in that series. It wasn't even a conversation. We're talking about a guy in Kevin Durant that's 7 feet tall with a 7'6" wingspan and is a dead-eye shooter. This is a guy averaging, over his career, 30 points a game in the playoffs. That's simply remarkable. Arguably the most talented and gifted scorer of the basketball we've ever seen. Plus he defends on the other end. Giannis has a glaring weakness still, his shooting. He's great, and I'm not trying to take away from Giannis. I think he's a top 2 or 3 player in the league, but his shooting is still a gaping hole. Kevin Durant is an excellent shooter. He's a dead-eye shooter, and he has no weaknesses. He's the best player in basketball.
Oh, let's not get things twisted, Evan. First of all, Giannis is a far superior defender to Kevin Durant. Durant is amazing talent on the defensive end. Nothing like Giannis. Giannis is the best two-way player we have in the game of basketball. Better than Kawhi Leonard, better than LeBron, any other defenders and offensive talents. Giannis is the best. He blocks shots at an unbelievable rate. He had, 5 or 6 last night in a closeout game. All of them were ridiculously athletic and challenging blocks. He made a game-saving block against DeAndre Ayton on a backside alley-oop that turned out to win them the game and thus the series. Giannis makes big plays on the defensive end. Durant, we're yet to see him do that really. So on half of the basketball, Giannis hasn't beat. On the other end, sure, Durant, he is a knockdown shooter. Can shoot the 3 ball over anybody, gets to spots in the mid-range, can even get to the basket. It doesn't change the fact that Giannis is also unguardable. You would think that if Giannis doesn't have a jump shot, it'd be easy enough to stop him, right? But he drops 50, 40, 40 in 3 finals games out of 6. That's incredible numbers. Clearly, he's not the easiest to guard. And to your point about the second round, how Durant was unequivocally the best player on the floor, I ask you, Evan, who won that series? Who came out on top? And what do you see in the best player in the league? What is your criteria for the best player in the league? Because to me, it has to be a winner. And the best player in the league doesn't go out in the second round. That's never happened before, and it's not happening now.
Jake, thank you for bringing up that point. The Brooklyn Nets would have been the NBA champions by a country mile if either Kyrie Irving didn't land on the foot of Giannis in the Game 4, or if James Harden didn't mess up his hamstring 30 seconds into the first game of the series. So, Jake, it was clear. Kevin Durant, even without any, like, the supporting cast he was playing with, in the game he dropped 50, Jeff Green was his second best player. So, he was a shoe size away from winning that series with his foot on the line, even though he didn't have Harden was certainly not Harden. He was actually, honestly, a liability just playing hurt with a hamstring. And Kyrie only played half the series. So we wouldn't be talking about Giannis if Kevin Durant either wore a smaller shoe, or if Kyrie didn't step on Giannis's foot, or if Harden didn't mess up his hamstring 30 seconds into the series.
Look, Giannis, he beat who's in front of him. As well, you make that point as if Giannis doesn't play with some of the most inconsistent co-star play we've ever seen. Jrue Holiday, even last night, shot 4 for 19. That's some of the worst shooting you'll ever see out of a co-star. And he does that consistently. He is consistently inconsistent, as is Chris Middleton. And that didn't stop Giannis from getting the job done. And injuries are part of the game. It happens. It's every champion. You can make a case that every champion in the last 15 years has benefited from injuries. That doesn't change the fact that Giannis took down Durant and got the job done. Moving forward, though, at the start of next year, opening tip, Durant will be 33 years of age. Giannis, 26. We've already seen Durant struggle with injuries. He missed the entire 2020 season with injury. He missed a lot of time last season with injury. That's never a problem for Giannis. Giannis is looking to enter his prime next year. He's turning 26, 27. That's the age where superstars take the leap and become, the MVP caliber player that they always could be. Giannis has been an MVP and he's still looking to improve. This is a scary sight. Giannis is only developing, only getting better. Durant has peaked. He's only getting worse.
Well, Jake, if Kevin Durant is getting worse, then that's absolutely fine with me, because he just averaged 34 points a game in this postseason. That is remarkable. And he was obviously clearly the best player in that series. So if he's getting worse, okay, because he's getting worse from 34 points a game on incredibly efficient shooting.
Evan, this is a prisoner of the moment take right here. You're so amazed by what Kevin Durant did in a losing effort. This is laughable to me.
Wait, Jake.
All right,
Jake,
you are all about LeBron. You're all about how our last debate you're talking about who is going to be there at the end of the season, who is going to be holding up that Larry O'Brien trophy at the end of the year. You said it would be LeBron, and that's why he was your pick for MVP. That man is now Giannis Antetokounmpo. He got the job done. He got to the finals, and he's a winner. He held up the trophy. You need to stay consistent. It's funny to me how you're switching it up to fit your narratives. But if Giannis is the man, he's winning games, and he's putting up historical numbers that we've never seen before since the likes of Wilt and Bill Russell. That is the greatest player in the league right there. A winner with ridiculous talent on both ends of the floor. Nothing more to be said.
Jake, you so falsely quote me by saying I'm all about winners. But Jake, aren't we actually most amazed with a guy like LeBron when he drops 50 in a game 1 against Golden State and loses because it was such a heroic effort? Because I was so amazed by Durant even in losing efforts when he dropped 49 in game 7 and hit the shot to force overtime. They almost lost the game where he dropped 50. I'm amazed with him carrying the team with absolutely no help. And you can tell me Jrue Holiday and Chris Middleton aren't enough, but ultimately at the end of games, Chris Middleton takes over. He's the closer, and Jrue Holiday was so valuable guarding the likes of Devin Booker and Chris Paul. They could never find rhythm because Jrue Holiday was so impactful in that series, even though he had a few bad shooting games. So what we saw from Giannis this postseason, especially in the finals, was absolutely phenomenal. Nothing short of it. But let's not forget about the real best player in basketball, Kevin Durant. Now, clearly Jake disagrees, but let us know what you think in the comments down below. Giannis, KD, Or maybe you're still sticking with someone like LeBron, maybe Curry. Let us know who you think's the best player in basketball. Also, while you're there, maybe click that subscribe button.